Am I the asshole for refusing to let my mother-in-law meet her grandchild after what she did to me? I, 28 female, gave birth to my first child 3 months ago. My pregnancy was complicated, high risk, and honestly, one of the most frightening periods of my life. My husband, 30 male, supported me, but his mother absolutely did not. To understand what happened, it is important to know that I have a difficult medical history. I experienced a miscarriage 2 years ago, and it devastated me. My mother-in-law knew this. She also knew that this pregnancy was considered fragile from the very beginning. Despite that, she constantly behaved as if she understood more than my doctors. She would say things like, "Women have been giving birth for centuries. You are being dramatic. Miscarriages happen because of stress, and you are too emotional. If you lose this baby as well, perhaps it is a sign from above." That last comment almost made me cut her off entirely. My husband told her multiple times to stop, but she always played the victim. "I am only trying to help. She is too sensitive. You are choosing her over your own mother." The breaking point. At 34 weeks, I experienced a serious complication. I began bleeding heavily. My husband was working late, so I was home alone and terrified. I called him, but he did not answer. I called my mother-in-law because she lived closest to our home. She arrived, and instead of helping me get to the hospital, she lectured me. While I was bleeding. She said I was overreacting, that spotting was normal, that I needed to calm down before I hurt the baby with my stress. I begged her to drive me to the emergency room. She refused. I ended up calling an ambulance myself. When my husband found out what had happened, he exploded in anger. The baby and I survived, but I had to undergo an emergency C-section. Doctors told me that if I had waited any longer, the outcome could have been much worse. After the birth, my mother-in-law tried to show up at the hospital as if nothing had happened. She cried dramatically, telling nurses that she was the grandmother and had a right to see the baby. Meanwhile, I was shaking from trauma and stitches, and the hospital staff had to escort her out because I told security that I did not want her near me. My husband supported me completely. Now, 3 months have passed. She constantly sends messages saying I am punishing her, destroying the family, and using the baby as leverage. She claims she did not know it was serious, that I am twisting the story, and that mothers know better than doctors these days. She also accused me of brainwashing her son against her. My husband says it is my decision whether she gets to meet the baby. I told him I do not want her anywhere near my child until she acknowledges what she did, apologizes sincerely, and accepts boundaries. She refuses. And now some relatives, mostly from his side, are calling me heartless for keeping a grandmother away from her grandchild over one mistake. So, am I the asshole for refusing to let her meet her grandchild after what she did to me and almost cost my baby's life?